Alright guys, I'm going to be tying some little light crappie jigs for this upcoming weekend trip. I'm going to make a habit of making a couple of these videos a week, show you guys different stuff you can tie at home to help you crappie fishing, pike fishing, bass fishing, whatever. So what I'm using for a jig head, I got two. They're both 1/32 ounces. These are Kalins. I also have the sinking jigs, 1/32 ounce black. So I'll start out by putting that in the vise. Try to put your hook up high so you give yourself some room to work with. I'm going to be using Danville's denier. I'll start out by getting your good wrap to start out with. Leave that on there, put your tag end off. Some bucktail. Don't really need a lot. Attach that bucktail right in the middle like that. Give it a couple wraps. Flip that front piece back. Secure it down. Make sure you got good length. Trim off a couple of your excess ones. Remember, we're fishing crappie with these, so they don't have to be too thick, too long. Just like that. Next thing we'll do, we'll grab some of this crystal flash right here. Crystal flash, and I'll cut off about 1.5 inches of it, 2 inches. Do the same thing. Hook it right in the middle a couple times. Pull all that front stuff forward. Tie it off. If you have any loose ends, pull them out. Build up your base a little bit. Then I like to come in with some black. I got some of this stuff already pre-tied, so this is just a mixture of some more crystal, a little bit of green bucktail, a little bit of black bucktail. Bring that up to the front. Secure it down. Come in here and get some of these loose ends off the top. Then these are just acrylic fibers. I use them as dubbing. Usually I'd use like a dubbing hook, but you don't really need to. Start it on like this and just twist it. If you twist it tight enough, you don't really need a dubbing hook. And start dubbing. One all the way up to the front like that. Go to the front of your head. size whip finish type thing. Secure that down. And then what I'll do later on is I'll hit it with some UV glow around the head to polish it off and finish it, but pretty much that's it. You can trim up the tails however long you want, depending on if you're fishing whites or black crappie. Kind of gives you that minnow profile. It's a 1/32 ounce, so it's going to sink slow. So if you have some of those finicky fish, you know, trim some of these longer sections off, but pretty basic. I'll do is I'll tie one with the black too. I use a lot of these for basin crappie. A lot of times those big basin crappie are kind of finicky, so you gotta have something with a slow sink rate. It's a little 1/32 ounce black jig head. Same thing, build it up a little bit. We're going to make this one run up near the head more. I just like to build up the body, just to have the body built up. Trim the excess. We'll do this one a different color. We'll do put a little bit of green flash into this one on the bottom. Don't know why green works so well for crappie in upstate New York, but it does. All that is a little bit of green bucktail mixed with some crystal flash. A couple wraps. Take your front. Stuff is very, very hard to work with sometimes. See, I didn't like the way that sat. Trim that off. We'll restart on that one. Get a little bit more on there this time. Wasn't sitting quite right. Try that out. That's a little bit better. Don't need a lot. And then we'll hit it with some white. I'll do a little white and red mix on this one. Same thing, a little white bucktail, a little crystal flash, a little bit of red in there. I'll just tidy this up right here. You can trim out the excess with a razor or a pair of scissors. It won't really matter much once you cover it with dubbing anyway. And these colors will change based upon whatever body of water you're in, so. Might give it a little bit of a let's see. Couple strands of the peacock. Wrap it a few times. Bend it back, secure it down. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. Then on the back, we'll do back, we'll do a little bit more red. Mix it up a little bit. That's good. Beautiful. Take this excess, cut this excess off. So you're going to be covering that excess up anyway with dubbing, so take your thread, advance it backwards to where you want your dubbing to start. I'm going to start like right there. Grab some more of that dubbing. Start threading it on here. Secure it down. There you go. It's that simple. Now you got yourself a little hair jig for crappie. These work great on bass and crappie. You can change up the colors based upon what lake you're fishing, kind of forage. But yeah, these are pretty good. They work really well on suspended fish that are being finicky. You can change the size of the kind of the back. Change it all based upon whatever bait you're trying to mimic. The colors. Here's a little guy I tied earlier. Tied this one with no dubbing, give it a slower profile on the front, but I'll tie one more for you. This last one will go straight flash. So grab one of those, another one of those Kalins. Tie this one a little funky. We'll throw some different colors into this one here. Now you don't have to use bucktail, you can use marabou, whatever you want. Bucktail seems to, in my opinion, slow down the fall a little more. And that's what I'm trying to go for right now, is a slow descent, so. Start off with a little bit of yellow marabou. This time we'll use some orange thread to start out with. A little bit of yellow. off to the front of the head, tighten that up a little bit. Got some more of that crystal flash. Pull out your little loose ends. Hook it like right in the middle of it. Give it a couple wraps to secure it. Pull it back. Tighten it down. Advance forward a little bit, right above that hook keeper. Let's see. Peacock Earl. 1, 2, 3 around. Wrap. Secure. And this is that ram spur. I'm going to use that for a little bit of dubbing. Just gives it like a different texture for the dubbing. Let's see, go a couple times around there. Advance it forward. Build up the front of that head a little bit. Tie it off. Give it a little hand finish. There you go. Another little crappie jig. Got that flash to imitate bait fish. Like I said, you can trim all this up however you want. Got that peacock Earl in there to kind of break it up, like a lateral line. Yeah, pretty easy to tie. Quick, very effective. Hopefully you guys can try some of these and see if they work for you on your guys' body of water. Every body of water is different, so stay tuned for the next episode.